January 14th, and we're taking the sports utility vehicle with a mobile mechanic, 2 of them. Well, I'm a quote-unquote mechanic. I'm learning as I'm going, so don't worry. And we got all these expensive tools to start pulling out the 2018 Audi A4 motor mounts. And we're gonna pair them up with what we have right now. This is a project nobody's ever done, so this is gonna be completely new. You got the 2013 Audi A4 motor mounts on the floor. You got the Euro version A4 Gen 3 motor mounts right there. So we're out here looking at the B984. It seems like the engine mounts are a bit different, meaning that the B9 chassis has a different subframe than the B8.5. We won't know what we're gonna tackle now, but let's just go back to the B8.5 build and start installing the engine, and then we work from there. We got this nice clean setup right here. You got 2 foldable tables, all the nice expensive tools right here, the snap-on tools and so on. And then we're gonna be putting the DSG later on after we mount the engine first. So now we're just preparing the engine to hold it up on here so we can test out the mounts we have. And once they're good to go and they're installed on the engine, we can begin bolting on the engine to the car.
This is why your dad's pissed, man. He went and put some arts on the wall.
This time made a mess. This car is so much oil, this is insane. You got the old engine mount out, put in the new engine mount in. How's it look?
Yeah, sweet, perfect.
Perfect?
Yeah, like OEM.
Nice.
It's gonna be like this though.
Yeah, I know.
You have one, right?
So this side's shorter and the other one's longer.
Yeah.
Been probably a year and a half since I've touched those bolts. I thought I organized them all in the bag. Well, after looking through all that mess of bolts and screws and nuts, we're finally finding some pieces that fit. And now we're at the junkyard up in LKQ in Davie. You can see the Hard Rock Casino over there. And we're gonna be pulling out the engine mounts from this car and the bolts, as we need to source some parts from this car if they haven't been taken.
Right there.
Alright, so this is a B8 2011 A4. We're gonna need some parts from here. Looks like we got everything we need. And I got a sunroof. Because my sunroof has these broken tabs in and I need to have this replaced. And we practically, don't worry about the headliner, that was all torn, so we just tore it even more. And we got so many parts out of this car. We sourced out so many parts from this car. Well, rip to those seats. Somebody's not gonna be happy when they find out this A4 has been in a lot for 4 days is now completely like almost empty. We are back home. We are installing the rest of the bolts that we were missing due to this mess I have in the garage. And for $64, we got all these parts right here, bunch of screws, including the sunroof, which, like I mentioned, it was broken at the top right here in my car, so I'm going to be replacing that a little bit later. I got a transmission cover, since mine had a tear in it, and one of the vents inside right here of my car was broken, so I got that too. The switch, got some extra coils that were meant for the old engine, but you know what, I could sell that too, because they were brand new. The purpose of this is to find out if we could bolt up the CVT directly to the engine, just so we can get the car running with the CVT to pull it out, and then put on a lift, and then change it to the DSG. So we got the CVT transmission separated from the block. The block is pretty much trash. We're comparing the DSG now to the CVT.
The difference I see is over here. You see over here? This shaft. But I think I'm only going live in. Here in the middle. You see this? The shaft is a little bit longer. I don't know if it's gonna be an issue touching. I don't think it's gonna be an issue. Oh yeah, I think you're good to go. I need to see on the back of your engine.
Victory is mine. So we got the 2018 Audi A4 2.0T EA888 Gen 3 engine installed in this car. It's bolted on, and this is how we did it. Big shout out to Rafa Lauren on Instagram for helping me out with this project. He knows what he's doing. He's teaching me as well, so we're doing this project together in this garage. So this car's gonna be born in this garage again. That is crazy. And we've gotten so much progress in that one day we've had this engine installed. So let me explain to you what we did. The 2018 Audi A4 B9 engine bolted up simply in the car. Literally no customization whatsoever. So how we did it was, we looked at the B9 Audi A4, the crash one I bought from auction. The engine mounts, they do not physically fit on that B8.5 because the subframes are different. Therefore, what we did was, we did a little bit of matching. We played a matching game. So this is what we did. We took the whole assembly engine mount from the 2013 Audi A4, and we have removed the brackets from the 2013 Audi A4, and then we put the imported parts that I bought from Lithuania, the European version engine mounts, in the B8.5 engine mount. We basically mated them and we bolted it on, and that's how we got the engine bolted on here. So the B9 engine mount will not work, but with this setup, it will work. Imported European parts, stock engine mounts, imported parts, stock engine mounts. So the reason why we're not changing anything, we're going to keep everything stock, is because number one, we need to get the car running. Once the car is running, we're going to pull the engine out, install the aftermarket turbo, install the forged internals we have right here by Performance, i.e. Integrated Engineering, and then we're going to do a bunch more, put 0304 engine mounts, and a bunch of other things. So as of now, we're going to keep the car stock, make sure it runs. Once it runs, we can then take everything out and convert it to the DSG in all-wheel drive quattro. We actually found out that the CVT transmission bolts on directly to this engine, so therefore we can get the engine started, we can get the car running and driving, because the CVT is already programmed to the car. We could just get the car out of here and onto a proper garage and lift, so we could do the DSG and the quattro all-wheel drive upgrade, having both the B8.5 and the B9 side to side, and we just change out the parts. For the next step, we're gonna now have to reroute the heater core, some of the cables and harnesses of the car and engine, and we're gonna just start playing around with it, see which goes where, the vacuum pump, the coolant lines, the oil lines, the vacuum lines, all that. And then once we figure out where it goes, we're gonna start pinning the ECU and the engine harness, and after that, let's hope for the best. So stay tuned for another video later on, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, turn on notifications, share this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.